So let's go and start this one now. First, let me go through this one project I have here right now. So you can see that this is one of my amazing project. This is one of our project in Oman. This is a mosque, and I did. You can see here now that it has 7 revision because the architect is very critical and very sophisticated in asking for so many things before approving everything. So before I suggested to use I suggested to use green because green is this Islamic color, but the client and the architect said, let's proceed with the warm color only. So yes, I also revised it using the warm color, but there is one competition that comes into the picture and they use blue. And the client said that can we also use a blue floodlight? And I said, okay, no worries, we can also do that. So we changed everything into blue and warm white. So this is now the final design, and we are hoping that it will be ordered soon. But because this is under the conceptual stage, maybe it will become reality maybe next year only. So yes, you can see here now, I have so many things here, but this is not that heavy file because those files are low poly. The trees, the palm, the car, these are the default from Dialux Evo. And the steps, the stairs, these things are all extrusion volume from Dialux Evo. So these are all objects from Evo. You can see here now. And the only thing that is imported from SketchUp is these domes. This is because this is very complicated and I cannot do it in Dialux Evo. So I asked for the SketchUp file and then I convert the SketchUp file into that 3ds. And then, yes, I inserted it here. It should be a glowing dome, but because the Dialux Evo cannot create a glowing effect, that's why I did some photoshopping on the presentation. So you can see here also there's a mashrabiyah here. These are objects from Dialux Evo. It's an extrusion volume and I created it one by one. And later I will teach you how to do it. And if you can see these are all linear floodlight. And you can see here in the wall that these are like what Bindu wants to see, cutouts. So you can see that these walls has cutouts, and then at the same time I inserted walls and windows. So yeah, later you will see how it goes. So you can see now this building also has cutouts. So aside from the mashrabiyah object, these objects, see, these are all objects. I also put a cutout to create a glass effect on from the inside. And yeah, the rest are all, most of the, see, there's a flowing cutout here. I think it's a computer glitch. So here also there's a cutout. This one is also a cutout. You can see this one is not a cutout. It's an object. But this one, okay, let's this. I cannot select it. Yeah, there's also a cutout here. And then aside from the cutout, I put the mashrabiyah using the extrusion volume. There are 7 revisions already because our fitting cannot create the effect that the architects wants. Because here before, I placed a very powerful linear floodlight. Okay, let me select it. And the architects said that it's too bright and I want only a glowing light at the base of the dome, or sorry, this turret or the pinnacle or this tower. And then we changed the fitting into something else with a lower lumen output. So we decided to use this one. And they said, okay, this is fine now. And then this one, before it is color green and warm color, then they changed it into blue because the competition is the competition prepared a blue fitting, and the effect is very good. And the client said, I want the same one. Can you please also adapt the blue? So So yeah, that's why we did this revision with the blue filter. And you can see here, this is also an extrusion volume, and this is an uplight. This door is an extrusion volume, and then I just combine it together piece by piece and then put it in this wall. And you can see here in the ramp, there is also, these are also objects from Dialux Evo. You can see here, I did this one by one, and then I put the light here just to create a ramp lighting, and also here in the stairs. And you can see here in the stairs, there's a texture, and it is from, so yeah, okay, so everything is done in Dialux Evo with extrusion volume. Also the gate, you can see here now, this is a gate, but this one is a texture. See, this is a solid object, but I use a texture with a transparent effect. So you think that it's uh, metal grills, but it's not, it's a texture. And I put, of course, the luminaires on the top of the post, which the client said it's too big for the post, so I think we will replace it, or maybe they will not order this one because it's too classy for a mosque. And I also have here in the parking area, if I can open the, okay, the CAD file is not on now. I put some lights on the parking with the post lamp, and the pole is an object also. Only the luminaire is the, of course, luminaire. The pole is an object. And this palm tree is also an object, a low poly palm tree from Pecan Planner. So I also told you or teach you last time on how to create or get low poly objects from Pecan Planner. And then I put some uplighters here and small floodlights to highlight the tree. You can see here the fittings on the side. And yeah, so that's about it. This is on overall development. So the project is not only facade lighting, but also area lighting, and also including landscape lighting. So you can see here now in the ramp that there is fitting to highlight the ramp and also the stairs. Okay, it looks good. And if you want to go and see the ray trace images, I will show it to you. Okay, let's go to the ray trace images. I will show you all these images that I've just created. Munir said how many days I took. Badar Munir, it is, he's asking how many days it took me to finish this project. I think it took me 1.5 days to build everything. And then, yeah, because not only I'm doing this one, I'm also answering clients' emails before while doing this one, and some inquiries from the sales guys. So, yeah, it takes, I can say it's only 2 days. It's easy. Actually, it's really easy. You just need to have your dedication to do it. And if nobody's disturbing you, it's much faster. And yeah, as long as you have the complete drawings, it's easy for you to do it. And if you know very well the Dialux Evo, then yes, it's easy. But for a beginner, maybe it will take him or her like 4 to 5 days to build this up, to do the trial and error, to encounter the crashing of the Evo and everything, and also to plan accordingly what luminaire and what effect to use in this mosque. But once you get used to it using the Dialux Evo, it's much easier and faster. So this is another ray trace image. See the glowing floor, the glossiness is there, and you see the reflection on the floor is really amazing. And you can see that the mashrabiyah inside is really transparent. It's looking good, and the overall effect is amazing. And here's another one, another view. You can see that there are some lights on the top, and yeah, and creating this really is an amazing and good feeling if you create something like this, especially if the client approves it. So yeah, so look at this one. This is a much looking. Yeah, there are some other views here, and you can see the blue light, the the blue light on the edge of the mashrabia. It's really showing off the shape of the architectural feature of the tower. See, the client really wants to see the effect of the blue light on this edge. So that's why it's really looking good. And it's not Photoshop. This is directly ray traced from Dialux Evo. It's not been touched by Photoshop yet. But I will show you some images that has been touched by Photoshop. So you can see the reflection on the floor and also the effect of the, there is one flaws here because there's no blue light here on this side. So it's not uniformly and evenly distributed. So, but it's okay. The client approves it. And there's another one on the top view. I think similar to the other one. So you can see the reflection on the floor here. It's amazing, looking good. A shininess on the floor. Yeah, putting textures on Dialux Evo is really also important because it also reveals the materials of the floor or the walls if you put a correct glossiness or matte finish on the object. And here's another view. It's on the back side. So you can see the landscaping, the trees. This is well presented. You can see on the fence on the bottom and also, yeah, the car parking and everything. So this one should be a glowing one. And I have one presentation with Photoshop. So I made it a little glowing. Later I will show it to you. And this is another side. You can see those trees are okay. Prudvi, how the mashrabia pattern is constructed. Okay, I will teach you this one, and yeah, just hold on, and yes, I will teach you how to do it. So yes, Prudvi, this is the mashrabia, if you can see. So I created this one piece by piece, one square at a time, and then multiplied, and put it there. In the see, you can see this is a square. And there's a pattern, so you just need to follow the pattern. Also the window, you can see this is the window. It's an object, but you can see the room inside still, even if it's just an object, because it has a cutout on the wall. This is the cutout. See, this is the cutout. It looks amazing, right? Because I created that cutout as glass, so there's a feature. Prudvi, no, it's not constructed in SketchUp. It is in Evo only. I will teach you how to do it. This dome is the only one coming from SketchUp because it's very difficult to create in Dialux Evo. So, but the rest are from Dialux Evo. Because if everything is from SketchUp, then it's very heavy file and it will take time to render and calculate this amazing mosque. So everything is from Evo using extrusion volume only. See this wall? This, yeah, all the walls you can see here, these are all objects and built from extrusion volume in Dialux Evo. Even the catwalks, yeah, I told you before using the anode. I think that I used this one using the landscaping tutorial previously. Okay, so yeah, and you can create lots of yes, Prudvi, by using extrusion volume, the pattern is constructed. Yes, correct. Okay. You can see here in the export tab, you can create a lot of views. And yeah, by creating a lot of views, you can ray trace it, save the views, and use it to your presentation to your client. It's really amazing. And you can see I created a lot of, yes, Prudvi, it will take time, but once you create one piece, like for example, this one, Prudvi, look at this one, the one I mentioned, just create one piece and then multiply it, and then it's easy. For example, also here, you can see this one. Oh, okay, I think I already combined it, but this is also a piece by piece, and then I just copy it, multiply it. Yeah, you can see here. These are all extrusion volume, and it's done piece by piece, and then copy, and then make it one unit. Yeah, and then you can actually combine it. Prudvi said, is there any way for construction? No, there There is no other way but to build it up again or export the SketchUp file from the client. The only problem, okay, these are the four ways on how to do your facade lighting. So either import the objects from Beacon Planner or SketchUp, or create the EVO using building build up, or create an EVO using building extrusion volume. In this case, in this project, in this case, I created it using the extrusion volume, everything. There is a building build up, but it's only just a room, but not everything. See, I have building one and I have different rooms. See, I still have rooms here, but yeah, I also have building 2. This is building 2. You can see here building 2. This is for the tower. Building 3, you can see here my building 3 is this one, and you can go inside and check it. I put still downlight inside, so the light will be coming out from the window. So there will be lights coming out from the window. And building 4, same, the tower. Building 5, this is my other part of the building. Maybe this is from the entrance. And building 6. So I combine all of these buildings together. See, this is the inside, and building 7 maybe is the a part of the side building. And in together, it is combined together. So that's why the mosque is built. So you know that the building 1 or the building, this turret or this tower is one of the building, and then I just combine it together in one site. So Prudvi, it's not easy for the meantime, but once you get used to it, um, yeah, it will be very easy. Okay. All right. You can see here another thing, yeah, that I mentioned is this fence is a texture. What else do I need to tell you? Okay, another way to create a facade, the easiest way is to import the IFC file from Revit. But yeah, I mentioned to you last week that most of my friends said that, yes, Walter, it is that 3ds file. I mentioned to you that the IFC file is really heavy, so it really takes time to calculate if you use the IFC file from Revit. But I'm not sure if they are doing something about it this time for a new version of Dialux Evo 7.1. Okay, so I have, okay, is there any more question before I start working on this one? I will just show you how I did it one by one, because I have here now ready the plan. This is the plan of that mosque, and I have also the elevation view. So I can teach you how to do this turret, this mashrabiyah, everything, and also the windows. And there are requests from Bindu about cove lighting in the facade and using the cutout. So we will tackle that one later.